Welcome in, Renegades. And I'm so happy right now because the price of internet computer just did exactly what I wanted it to do. Exactly. I just made a killer leverage trade, by the way. I got wrecked out of one trade, got liquidated for a small trade, and then made a big trade after that because it went right to my price targets. It went exactly to my price targets, a little bit below. I was thinking, if we hit that $12 marker, that's going to be a good support. And we wicked below that to about, what, 11.96? Which is pretty interesting to see. And then we did recover all the way back up to that 12.82 range and a little bit above that, which is crazy. Those were both price targets. I wasn't expecting it to hit both of my price targets going down and then up. But luckily, when it did go down, I was able to get in a leverage trade. And I might start tweeting that out. The only problem with that is I could be wrong, and that's why I don't just tweet it out. If I'm willing to take the risk, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to say, get into this trade now. I'm just going to let you guys know when I'm getting in a trade. And that could be risky because then people could know and try to liquidate me on that. But I might do it every now and again because I love my community and we got to make money here. But leverage trading is only for experienced traders. I do really well because internet computer, I know it like the back of my hand, and I still get wrecked out sometimes. It's unpredictable, but it's fun. And I love to see this. This is what I was expecting in June is sideways. I wasn't expecting such volatile price action, though. I'm not going to lie to you. I wasn't expecting a move down to 11.96. And then because we went to 12.60, 11.96, and then back up to almost $13. So, whoa. Okay, that was crazy. And so it's looking pretty good. We're sitting at about 12.50, right in between both of those prices that we just went, which is the average price of where we were in the last day or so. But we got some big news. I asked AI to tell me about the best projects, or not the best projects, but the projects that are building in 2024. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this insane pump for the internet computer, and we're going to see a big move coming here in July. So what is happening right now is whales are interested in ICP, but with the broader market not moving as much, Bitcoin kind of being topped out. The good thing is we are trading against Bitcoin right now. And that is super bullish because that means if Bitcoin dumps, internet computer could blast off. And that's what just happened today. I was watching the price of Bitcoin and it was tanking and internet computer was flying up. And so that means that the Bitcoin dominance right now is against the internet computer, which means we trade against Bitcoin. Instead of going up with Bitcoin, we go if Bitcoin goes down, we go up. If Bitcoin goes up, we go down, right? And with Bitcoin being at such a high level, and it's going to be very hard in June for Bitcoin to break that that new all-time high. It's just going to be very, very hard with a bearish month like June. So I don't see it happening. But us trading against Bitcoin, if Bitcoin does have a nice retracement, we could see internet computer, by July starting to hit above that $13 psychological range. And that's what we just touched today, exactly $13. And I'm going to tell you why. If you go all the way back, I read an article. I don't remember who the article was by, but it was talking about this $13 psychological level with internet computer. And once we break above that and confirm above that, instead of just wicking up to 13.50 and back down, but once we get above that and confirm that level, we're going to start to see that the $14, $15, $16 range again. And that could possibly even happen here in June, moving up, but probably towards the end of June. But we got to see what's going to be happening with that Bitcoin dominance to know 100% for sure. But I'm loving when we trade against Bitcoin when it's at such a high level. That is super bullish for the internet computer, 100%. I love it. This is what I live for, guys. So let me get into this news now. Please smash that like button, guys. Let's get this like up there as high as we can get it, and share this on your feed, because these price targets and this news is going to usher in a whole new crowd of people that is going to bring our bags to the moon. It's all about community. So here we go, guys. ICP is headed to FCC. So picture a world Oh, I want to read this. Like, picture a world where the intricacies of blockchain are merely a murmur in the backdrop and dApp development is seamless. Experience the magic for yourself. Swing by the booth, attend Chain Fusion Day, and catch Dominic Williams' keynote. This man is speaking all over the world. I love it when he goes on these, tours and just goes to all these community conferences. Dom, you have my dream job, by the way. I love going to these conferences, and if I could make this my full-time job, you're a boss, man, because that's the life. Just connecting with people, networking, talking about crypto, teaching about crypto, learning about crypto. There's just so much going on at these things. So definitely keep an eye out on what's going on Chain Fusion Day at FCC, and we're going to go into some of the Ethereum stuff later. So this is going to kind of intertwine with that. Internet Computer is doing some big things in Ethereum right now. We just got Chainkey USDC. They're working on the rest of the Chainkey ERC20 tokens. If you watch my video on Wednesday, we were talking about the next one that's coming, like CK Pepe, CK, what was it? CK Chainlink, and then there was a couple others that I think they were meme coins or something. I don't really care. Maybe Shib. I think it was CK Shib, and then there was one other one. That I'm, Bonk, maybe CK Bonk. I don't know what it was, but no, it can't be Bonk because that's Solana. But yeah, so there was a bunch of them. We're gonna have CK Solana very soon, very, very soon. Actually, let's just go to the thing now. So this is going to be talking about, I went over here to internetcomputer.org, and I encourage you guys to come over here and check it out. You can ask ICP AI anything. We did this before, but this time I was like, hey, I want to know what new projects are here in 2024. And then we're going to talk about some projects after this that are here too, but we're going to see what's happening. Well, ICP projects in 2024. The ICP ecosystem has several exciting projects and features planned for 2024. Here are some of the key highlights. Real-time emissions tracking for OpenChat DAO. This initiative aims to set a new global benchmark for environmental transparency in decentralized applications. This is pretty interesting. The ICF dashboard version 2.0. The launch of the new version of the ICF dashboard will create an ICP climate economy, attracting new projects and innovations into the ecosystem. Environmental tokens. 2 environmental tokens will be introduced to underpin sustainability across the network and future Utopia networks. So this is pretty interesting to see environmental tokens. I wonder what these ones are going to be. They'll be introduced, and I'm kind of curious about that. So definitely stay tuned. As soon as I find out some information on what these 2 environmental tokens, we have talked about, a project that is doing these, kind of climate change stuff where you get rewarded for like recycling credits and stuff like that. But they're also doing some other interesting things. I just heard on an ICP Hub Twitter space, ICP Hub Canada and US, that they were talking, it was either Be Loud, I couldn't tell because it wouldn't tell me who was the one talking, so I'm not sure if it was Be Loud or, hold up, where is this thing? Okay, hold up. ICP Hub. Don't want to search in my posts. Okay, here we go. ICP Hub, Canada, US. All right. Be Loud or Block Hack. So I'm not sure which one, but they're doing this project, and check them both out, Be Loud and Block Hack. One of those guys is doing a project that is like counting calories. You know how like if you go to a nutritionist, it kind of gives you a way to eat, eat correctly, and they're doing stuff with health. Now that's pretty interesting to see the capabilities of the internet computer. You could do medical records, you can do like nutrition values, you could do environmental factors. I mean, this is the project that can do everything. So this is interesting. Cross-chain services. There are plans to offer ICP native services cross-chain into Web 2 companies. What? Bro, if Web 2 companies, this was an idea that I had. Me and Definity are on the same page when it comes to ideas. And the cool thing is that my ideas can be implemented with the internet computer, and then have these companies build it. This was definitely an idea that I've shared with not only the community, but I shared it with a lot of people behind the scenes when we had our talks, on how, what we can do to benefit ICP and what things would benefit ICP, because you start talking about it and then somebody builds it. You talk to the right developer or the right team, or you could get some amazing things built on the internet computer. So this makes me super happy that we're on the same page, even though I don't know if Definity ever even heard me say that. I doubt it. Maybe a fly on the wall or so. I don't know. It's kind of crazy how we're on the same page. But Web 2 companies building their infrastructure or some sort of integration with the internet computer is absolutely vital for mass adoption. If you get these, traditional companies building or not even building on the internet computer, but just utilizing the services to web companies, cross-chain, and to Web 2 companies. So not only can it offer value to other blockchains, but it can offer value in the massive mega structure that is Web 2, where all of the things that we have in today's society are built. So oh my goodness, this is huge. This is huge, guys. Share this. You don't share anything else, share this. Clip this, because that's huge. Decentralized boundary nodes. This feature aims at bringing routing messages under NNS control to make it fully decentralized. So this is going to make the nodes even more decentralized, further deepening the infrastructure of the internet computer and making it more decentralized. That is very important when it comes to a blockchain like the internet computer. Now, this is what I was talking about for the Ethereum, right? SCC, we got the EVM RPC. This will enable smart contracts on ICP to call out to smart contracts on the EVM chains. So this brings in CK-GRT, CK SHIB, all those CK chain, all these amazing cryptos are coming to the internet computer now. This is cool. Subnet rental. This feature will enable ICP to create subnets that are exclusively used and paid for by individual projects. And then on-chain encryption. The next phase of the vet keys feature will enable ICP DApps to securely derive cryptographic keys that can be used to encrypt and decrypt users' data. So this is just planned projects and features. Their actual implementation may vary. So that's pretty cool, though. Ask AI over here. You come. Ask AI anything you want. How old is Dominic Williams? Let's see. Whoops. Okay, well, it's going to keep all my answers on there. How old is Dominic Williams? Let's see if it tells us. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't know. Oh no. So you can ask stuff about the ecosystem. You can't ask about Dom. You could Google that though. I just wanted to see the full capabilities of this ICP AI. But the cool thing is you can ask anything about projects or what's going on the internet computer, not necessarily Dominic Williams' age. But we're still at 5 gigabytes a year for 1 gigabyte for 1 year of data. We're at 3.3 billion blocks almost. This is monumental for crypto, tamper-proof and trustworthy AI chain fusion technology, baby. Okay, now this is some pretty big news here. Okay, we got Ghost on LMink. I just want to go over this again. Okay, Ghost is on LMink. Okay, this is the first SNS project coin to be listed on a centralized exchange. And I just want to shout out Ghost for that. OGY is on a centralized exchange called MEXC, but it was before the SNS token. I was thinking about this. I was like, wait, don't forget about OGY. You have OGY in the same exact post. Where is it? Right here. I'm like, wait a minute, you're not telling me that Ghost is the first one on a centralized exchange because OGY was. And then I thought about it. I'm like, well, technically, OGY's original token before it was an SNS was listed on MEXC. And I don't know if they have integrated with the SNS version yet. So technically, Ghost is the first SNS coin. For Ghost ICP for being the first SNS token listed on a centralized exchange. So that's pretty interesting to see. The Ghost is making leaps and bounds. And I did forget to talk about EXE in my last video. I'm kind of scatterbrained like that. I go through things and then kind of just move on. But so it looks like recent stats from Token Terminal show OpenChat as one of the fastest growing protocols in May, with a 7% increase in monthly active users. With ICP's robust support for decentralized communication, anticipate further advancements ahead, as this is only the beginning. And Origin Tech excelled with their token trending at the top in 7 countries across 4 continents. What? That's pretty cool. That's interesting to me. All right, now, I forgot to talk about EXE on our last video. It looks like the EXE ICP pool from ICPSWAP is now on DEX Screener. So that's pretty cool. Real-time DEX analytics. Okay, that's definitely a plus and something that we're going to be aiming for the Renegade token as well. And there was just a big purchase. We're going to talk about EXE. I won't forget this time. But I want to show you our Renegade token. Look at these tokens just slam to the moon today, guys. 37.707% for Renegade. That's our token. This is our content creator / gaming token. So it's for the YouTube channel. It's the only one in existence in all of crypto that has bridged the 2 biggest industries for entertainment in the world, which is gaming and YouTube. And so we have cornered this market. We are the only one of our kind. We are the very first one ever made. And Renegade token is showing the power of utility. It's going to be a gaming token. It's a content creator coin. It has an NFT that is attached to a game that the token's the economy for. ICP Renegades on Toniq. And you can get this over here on ICPSWAP. Not just chilling. I'm letting you guys know big things ahead. Big things. Sneed token up 46%. We have more volume than Sneed token. You remember this? They're an SNS DAO already. And we have more volume. Not saying it's a bad project. They're up 46%. I'm just making that distinction that Renegade token is sitting right under Neutronite, which is a very, very interesting platform. And we're going to try to get our token listed on there as well, ICP coins. So that's pretty interesting to see that we're doing that. We're right here by ICPI. But we are one of the biggest gainers. The only one on our page that's bigger is Sneed, and we have more volume than them. Let's see. Oh, Alien back up 59%. We have Peppy 43%, Bitcoin 25%. So it's really cool to see these tokens just blasting off. And as you see, all these other ones are up a little nice amount. Everything's up a nice amount. Oh, Windows XP is up 45%, but that's not the one we're going to be looking at. Motoko up 15%. If we can get that volume up on Renegade, guys, with $300, it's sent it shooting up 37%. So this is pretty cool to see. And then let's get over here to EXE. Look at that, number 2. Only, oh my God, it's up $2.30. Yes, it's down 3%, but we're going to show you why that's crazy. 433. I was hoping it was going to go down. It has not gone down since I bought into it, and it's very frustrating that it only goes up. It never goes down. It goes down like 3%, and it shoots up another 50%, 80%, 50%, 20%. So Windoge, and we're going to try to get our channel to host the founder of Windoge 98 and get him over here on the channel with a massive $15 million. Yeah, I think that market cap's probably like 20 million now. We'll look at that here in a second, but wow, $433,000 in volume in the last 24 hours. That makes our 700 look like nothing, but we went up 37%. So our community is still doing really well, and Magic Conch Shell is up 34%. These ICP tokens are just absolutely going parabolic. Ghost is up about 7%. Nice $78,000 in volume. $1.78 million total value locked. Hold on, 656,000 total value locked over here. Ghost is just crazy with that TVL, man. But yeah, let's go in and look at this. So 656,000 and almost that entire amount. Look at this. It just nothing but goes up. I mean, it does make these brief corrections. I think this is, dang, I could have got in more here. Darn it. I was really thinking we were going to see somewhere around $1 again. I was hoping that we'd see $1. But we didn't. But we did. That was the low over here. We did see low of 96. Yeah, dang, I could have got in right there. But we do see this, big pump. As you see, this is why it's down 2%. This thing just blew up with ICP. So it's really intertwined with ICP. ICP moves up, and we just get these big moves. Big moves. 7-day volume, $1 million. Look at those fees. $1,000 in fees in the last 24 hours. So this is crazy. This is a really, really, really cool thing that we have going here. So let's look at these pools. Wow, look at all the pools. So total volume, $9 million. And is what, that 1 million in the last week? Oh my goodness. What is happening here? 7-day volume. And almost half of it in the last 24 hours. The 7-day volume. Guys, what are you sleeping on EXE? What was I sleeping on EXE for? I mean, geez. I can't believe I was sleeping. Hold on. EXE. Yeah, so people are taking their profits now, which is smart after it just blasts off. So we get this profit taking, which is fine. We want to see that. But let's just go into Renegade for a second. I do want to look and see what we're doing and just show you. Hold on. Let's look at the market. I want to look at the market cap of EXE first. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I want to look at this market cap real quick. So each one's worth $2. Oh, look at that. I was close. $21.56 million market cap, which means it takes a lot of money to move the market now, which is okay. It'll pump with ICP, and there's a lot of interest in this, so that doesn't really matter. I do like the transfer fee of not very much. That can allow this to scale to a pretty, big level. That is just a crazy market cap, 1.7 million ICP. We're at $21.56 million. This is huge. I mean, this is what's really going to bring. I normally don't like meme coins, but this meme coin has utility. That's what brought me into Windoge. When I watched this at ICPCC, I met Shill Gates, the guy behind the man, the myth, the legend, who built this. So he's the guy behind the scenes, as far as we know, at least. So this is just super interesting. To see, this kind of project just really take off. Total supply, it looks like only 10 million. It was 10. Hold on. Yeah, 10 million. Now it's less. It's burned quite a bit, unless they didn't have 10 million to begin with. But it looks like they did. So that's interesting. Now let's go. We'll look at MCS too, because these projects that are doing big things like this, I'm going to give them a platform. You know what I mean? If they're good for the ICP ecosystem, whether I'm a meme coin guy or not, I don't care. This is good, but the pump and dumps aren't good. Now, EXE, I'm going to let you know that's why I support EXE. This isn't a pump and dump. I was telling you, most meme coins, let's just go back in here one more time. Most meme coins, you just see big shoots up and then big shoots down a lot, which is okay, you know, but as you see, this is steady growth. This is nothing but up, nothing but up. And we're going to show you Renegade. Yes, we've had some pumps because we had some meme coiners that got into our coin. And we have a very small market cap, so it's easy to, but I just want to let you know, and you're going to see we've gone nothing but up too. But as long as you're going nothing but up and you do have some pump and dumps in there and you keep going up, that's fine. But if you just keep going up, dumping lower, going back up, dumping low, it just, yeah, it's not as great. But as long as these projects are good for our community and keep our people's money as safe as you can with like a meme coin or a token, then I'm 100% cool with this. And this one has utility. Like this is one of the greatest projects on the internet computer right now, and I'm telling you that. I'm not paid by them. There's no any reason for me to say that except for I watched at ICPCC. I met ICPCC. I met Shill Gates. Met the kind of person that he is. Very, very nice guy. So yeah, I'm gonna support this project 100%. They're making people money. Good team. What else can you ask for? I mean, that's what I look for in a project. Utility. Come on. It's a no-brainer for me. No-brainer for me. Let's check out this Renegade token again. Hopefully this volume shoots up as we go. Right? Yeah, 37%, baby. Okay, and if you haven't got your Renegade tokens, you can now. And look at this. So I do want to show you our chart, and look at this, steady growth. So this is what happens after all the meme coiners get out. And I'm going to show you what happens when meme coiners get in our coin. Okay, you can see we've got nothing but up though. Look at the start price. Look at that start price. Open. Where's open? Low. Yeah, low is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 6 zeros? 6 zeros, 5, 5, 4, 7. Okay, 6 zeros. We've never gone below that again. We've never gone below our launch price. That's the launch starting point, the launch point. Okay, and we had this crazy volume that came in the first day. They pump and dumped it on us. This was you know, IC Pumpers Group, the meme coiners, and then we had an investor that came in here. This was not a meme coin, you know, pump and dump. This was an investor because we were starting to build our demo. That's why this one wasn't just a, you know, quick leg down. It actually made another attempt because we had an investor that came into the project right here. And as you see, it was really good. And then, you know, we just kind of went down with ICP. And if you look at ICP, we kind of followed the trend. And some of this, yeah, probably the investor took some profits. I don't know, possibly took profits in there, but that's okay. You know, they're buying, scooping it up, but we've done nothing. If you even go to this point over here and look where we're at right here, we've confirmed this area right here as support. So we never went back down to this area. We did have a couple, you know, big pumps, but ICP does that too, and it's not a meme coin. And then we had this, you know, sustained move up. And I'm not going to talk about anything that the price is going to do. I'm just explaining. That's it. We're not talking about any price speculation. I'm explaining to you what happened right here. That's it. In plain and simple terms. So meme coin pump and dump, investor, this is actual good community growth. And we're going to get more investors too. So this was just our first initial investor so we could get our game demo and all of that kind of stuff. You know, with our NFTs, I was able to give him a very rare NFT. And then, you know, investment came and stuff like that. And we were able to build our demo. So that's how we did that. So anyway, let's look at MCS now, and then we'll get into the ICP charts because it's doing very interesting stuff. I think it dumped again to 1240 now, but that's okay. This will give us a new opportunity to see where the price is going. Now, 35,000 guys, we had I think it was like 10,000 volume in one day on our coin. But let's see MCS. $42,000 total value lock. We're at 2K. So we're about, you know, 20x off of MCS. And this one went all the way up to almost, what, $70, $67. And then, of course, people are taking profits. And if you look at this one, it looks pretty good, too. You know, look at that. It's no, you know, these big sell-offs, and it goes and confirms support up here. Beautiful. Beautiful. as you see, you know, this kind of, they probably had an investor or something here, big climb up, or people are just taking profits too. And that could be the same with Renegade. We don't even know if our investor sold anything. And if he did, he doesn't have any more. But so that's cool. There can be no more sell-offs. But if somebody comes in, they can move our market pretty easy. I just wanted to show you this. Look, this is pretty healthy for the community. These big moves up. Yes, retracements, but it has continually starting at 9 cents 36, and then it does go all the way up here to, you know, what is this? Almost 90 bucks right here. 85.54, and it's sitting at 57 right now. So beautiful. I love to see that kind of stuff, up 39% today. Now let's go take a look. I want to show you, I should have done this when we were looking at Renegade. Like I said, I always get ahead of myself a little bit, but that's okay. I want to show you our market cap. And I want to show you what happens when somebody puts only $300. As you see, we have $700 in volume, but I want to show you what happens when somebody puts $361 into Renegade token, 30 ICP, 25.51 million Renegade tokens, which sent us on a nice tear. Because as you see, we started out, had a nice pump, had a retracement here back down to 11.99, and then kabloom, and it just shot up with 300 bucks, 37%. Our market cap is still super low at $17,000, 1.3 thousand ICP. So this is such a good opportunity to get into Renegade token right now, guys. This is going to be the in-game economy. All I need to do to get our grant going is to build a presentation video file. That's it. And then we're going to get this grant going and get this game going. Already have the developer. He's on it. We just met last night talking about what I need to do so that he can do what he needs to do. And I'm going to do that, and then we're ready. So look at this. This is what I was talking about with this volume at these low levels, 50 million. Look at this. So as we climb up, boom, this volume starts increasing, 80 mil. Back down. Look at this dump right here. And then we get over 100 million. Now the market's moving. Now the money's starting to flow back into ICP. And that's why we see this move, and that we are, you know, gaining in volume, gaining in top cryptos. We are number 22 by market cap. The volume is up over 100% in the last 24 hours. But this is June. If we would have seen 100% raise, like in July, you know, we go to 200, 300, 400, you know, million. We're going to see this $16, $21 range again, and that's what I'm looking for. But June is just going to be more sideways. We'll have these nice pumps. This, you know, I wasn't expecting such a big, you know, pump right here after dumping, because I want to show you. If you watch my last video, I said $12 and $12.82. We went to $11.95. and $12.89. My price targets are very important, and they're where I put leverage trades in. I put leverage trades in at my price targets, or I do dollar cost averaging at the lows, and I do, you know, a possible sell some of my short-term bag when it goes up to $12.89, and now I can buy back in at $12.42. So I'm gaining 50 cents on every ICP. I do 1,000 ICP, you know, that's $500 I just made, you know, stuff like that. You know, it's not a lot of money, but you can get more ICP. That's the point. You know, you're selling at 13 with 100 ICP. You end up with, you know, however many 50 cents divided by 6.5. I don't know. You get like 6.5 ICP or something like that. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what my brain just told me. So, yeah. All right. Now let's look at this. These are my lines from the last video we did, and I just want to leave them up here for you. Kind of move them over though, so you can see. Look at those wicks. Look at that beautiful, beautiful wick section right here. Look at that. Exactly. Look at this. 12. Okay, what did I say? 12.19. So I didn't say 12. I said 12.19. But it wicked below only to 11.96. 12.18 is the high. Wait, 11.73. Hold on, that's the daily. Whoops. Okay. 4 hours. That's May. Yeah, 1191 right here. 1191. So, and I did put one down here at 1173, and it kind of went in this box area. As you see, this is a crazy little accumulation box, and it hit support here. And then my price target, look at this. I still have this right here going to the upside. That shows us we were going to go to 1282, and then it went to 1282, wicked above it to 1299. And then we did have this retracement. I made a nice leverage trade on that. Too bad I put in a freaking stop loss order for the upside. I could have made hundreds of dollars here, and I made a nice little profit, but not hundreds. I could have made a lot more. Too bad I put that stop loss because I woke up, it was like 1280. I could have made such a bit, and I got out at like 1220 because that's where my resistance was. You know, I got in at 1208. Where's 1208? Yeah, cut right here. And then it went up here. I was asleep or something, or what? I don't know. I got into 1208 somewhere. Yeah, right here. 1208. I went to sleep, and then I woke up at 1280, and I put this stupid stop loss in right here. Because it was like a 41x leverage I did. A 41x. So I would have made bank if I would have just wrote it, but that's okay. Where are we going to go to now? That's the question. Well, these lines, I'm going to leave them here. Because these lines are very important. Very, very important. As you see, look, it just went down and hit this line at 1238. So these lines are going to tell us exactly where ICP is going to go, whether it breaks through this as breaking support or holding. That is to be determined. Now, we're really high up on this RSI, but the cool thing is we just had a nice retracement to 55, and the 4-hour can keep going up. This is very, very vital for us to keep going up, and I would like to see us close above this 1282 range. If we can close above this, we continue moving back into this buy side liquidity up here. So that's pretty interesting to see that we only break above this point with buy side liquidity. Now, this is kind of buy-side liquidity, as you see. So this, we could see a move back down and then another move up, or we could see a retracement from here and moved up. So, and as you see, our token looks really similar to ICP. If you look at Renegade tokens, pretty interesting to see that we really move with ICP, and $300 can move our entire market up 37%. There's so much potential with Renegade token. So much. Just look at EXE. I mean, these projects are leading the way, and we're innovating with them. We're speaking with these guys. We're doing business with these guys. So, and why do I do that? Well, I love the projects for one, and the other is you want to be around people that are doing what you want to do, right? That are successful in what you're doing, and that's why I'm hanging out with these guys. They're great people, and they're doing what I want to do. Period. So if we look at this hour, this is very interesting. This higher high, higher low up here, and then we get this kind of confirmation of this previous buy side liquidity level. So this is interesting to see if we can confirm 1238 as support. We could really see this start to move back up. But if we break this level, I would be looking to another move down to about this 1219 area as support. So I think with this hour, we're way down again. We were overbought for a minute, going way up. And the good thing is we saw this big downtrend to really reset this RSI, but we're losing in the volume race, and it's all about volume, which is weird because there was so much volume coming in. And I'd like to see how that progresses over the next couple hours. So I would keep an eye on this volume. If you see this volume get under 100 million, we're probably not going to keep going up. But if we see this volume sustain over 100 million, we could have a retrace and then a pump. That's what I'm thinking. So it looks pretty interesting. I would like to see, let's go on some further time frames, because I want to get, and this still looks like that possible double bottom right here. Wow, that was a really good pump. And we might still see ICP head back up to this $13.61 range. It looks pretty bullish right now. I'm not going to lie to you on that. Let's see here. Yeah, look at this. So let's just take this back as far as we can go. Okay, right here. So this is a pretty interesting level that we're above right here. This long term, and as you see, this looks like sell side liquidity. Sell side liquidity. Sell from this line. This is all sell side liquidity. Okay? Sell side liquidity. And we're above this downtrend of sell side liquidity. So this is pretty bullish. If we can close above this 1234 range, if we can close this daily in about, I don't know, 6 hours and 15, is it 5 or 4 now? Dang it. They change UTC all the time. I'm not sure if, I think we're at 4 right now. So I think we're about 5 hours and 15 minutes off of the close. Let's see. 6 hours. Okay. So I was wrong. 6 hours. So it's 5 o'clock now. Sometimes 4 o'clock is UTC, daylight savings time. But anyway, yeah, we broke above this level. We're at 1242. This is a big sell side liquidity area, downtrend. So this would be a nice breakout of this sell side liquidity. And that's why you saw this big pump to the upside, because we failed to break above this before. And so it's made it kind of difficult. We could even go down just a tad. Yeah, so we're doing really, really good here in this scheme of things on ICP. And as you see, this daily volume is only at 50. So we can go 20 more up, and I would like to see that. You see this big influx of volume right here, which is good to get us out of this sell side liquidity. So yeah, things are looking pretty bullish for ICP. Let's look at the short term. Is there any leverage trades to be made? And let me look on my phone, because this is where I make all my leverage trades, guys. And I'm so much better at doing it on my phone than here, because these are price targets, but it's easier with my trend lines because I have like 90 of them on my phone. Where are my trend lines? Okay. So there's a trend line right here at 1243. 1240. We have a trend line at 1243. And I believe it's a long-term trend line from the daily. Let's go to the daily. Okay, well, I think it's I think it's kind of the same one as right here. Yeah, so I have the same one. Let's see, what else do I got here? Oh, dang, all my trend lines are down there. Well, we broke all my trend lines, so yeah, we can just draw them again. All my trend lines were broken to the upside, which is good. I like to see that. I like to see that. Let's see here. Ooh, look at that. So this is the sell side liquidity of this. So we have the sell side liquidity, and then we have the bottom of the sell side liquidity. It's pretty funny to see, but we broke out of that in a major way. So if we do go down, this is going to be a nice support level down here at about 1219, this 1211 area. So it looks really, really bullish to me. Things are looking good. Let's go to the CFGI. I want to see what they're saying today, because I'm saying bullish in the short term. I mean, long term, of course, we're bullish. Yeah, so it's neutral. Looks like impulse is very positive because there's a lot of volume, very positive. The technicals are looking positive, just like I said. Order book is looking positive. Whales are only positive right now. Not understanding that. Whales, are you suppressing the price on us? Are you waiting? It's like they're waiting for something, guys. I swear these whales are so strategic, and they know more than we do because they have big money. They pay people millions of dollars to do research on how to move with the market, right? Let's look at the daily, though. Oh, order book is, so we had this big sell-off. I wish we could have seen this earlier. The 4 hours looking really good, which means in the overall trend of things in the shorter term, we're good. But yeah, I would like to see the whales very positive, man. So as the price goes up, the whales are getting negative. It's like they don't think it's going to break that $13 level. I think they tried to break it. It didn't. So the whales turn negative, right? And the impulse is neutral on the daily. So they're not going to do big things while the impulse is neutral. Volume is positive still on the daily, positive volatility. Price score is neutral. That's, because we're net neutral on that. But let's look at this shorter time frame. We're probably going to be bearish on the 15. Okay, order book's looking positive. Volume's very negative because the volume went down to the sell side. Impulse is very negative, which doesn't make sense because we just had a big move up and then a retracement. People are in fear right now, which is, it's a psychological game, so I get it, but what are you doing? What are you doing? Very negative impulse, very negative volume. That's because whales are very positive on the 1 hour, though. So let's go take a look at this 1 hour. I wanted to see something positive from these whales. So let's go. The whales are positive. We're going to move. This hour. Okay, so it hit this, 1238-ish level. Okay, 1237. Pretty interesting to see that. So 1237, this 1238. This is that big level that we're looking to break. I like to see this. This is definitely bullish on the 1 hour. So if we move to the upside, 1361 is looking nice. Okay, if I was going to put a leverage trade in, look at that, 1245. These are all good levels, but they can break, right? So I like to get trend lines. This is a trend line, but I like to get the sloping trend lines with these before I make a trade. Because there's not a lot of patterns that have broke out. So I'm using candle wicks, I'm using previous resistance and support and trend lines and EMAs. The EMA 200, let's get that one out before we get these trend lines, because this is one of the ones that I use the most, is the EMA 200. And then if we're above or below that, and look at this, the EMA 200 on the 1 hour, that's EMA 9, 1249. Now let's bust out this 200. Starbucks, sponsor me, please. 200. As you see, we blasted above that 200. Once we get above this 200, if we can confirm support, which it did get rejected here, boom. And it went under my 1208 entry price, so I put in. And I was scaling down. If it would have went down, I didn't think we were going below 1190. I really didn't. I think this was, we had this pump up to 1260, and then we have this nice retracement. This is an hour, mind you. So this was only several hours later, and we were able to do this. And look at this, guys. I called this perfectly because this was, God, what pattern was this? Oh, this, it wasn't on this time frame. I don't even remember how I got that. I think it was like a cup thing. Let's look at the daily. Hold on. Yeah, it was the daily. It was this thing right here. This cup thing right here. So I put it right here all the way up to here, this horseshoe. Okay, as you see, when we get these, if we can break out with volume, we go way up. But yeah, this 1 hour, this EMA 200 is down here at 1219. That is very, very bullish. Let's go to the 4 hour and see if we're above it. So this is why we got rejected. We need to get above this EMA 200 for me to be bullish on ICP right now. So the 4 hour, we need to get back up to 1253. Okay, and look at where this trend line is, right congruent with this EMA 200. This is why these trend lines are so important. Once we break out of both of these, confirm support up here, then we could possibly even go back up and touch 1281. If we break above it, we could see ourselves in this area again after, a correction back down under here possibly, and then a move to the upside. And that is only if we get more volume and things start, moving above these EMA 200s. But these are my price targets. If we get and close above this, we're going to turn bullish, unless it's just like barely above it and then, a buy side liquidity type deal. But it looks like most of the time, see, this is what I would be afraid of. Except us not moving up. So this is a possibility where we move down or up. So this is going to be a weird area in June. When we get into July, these breakouts are going to be more prominent. When they break out, we could really see a move to the upside. But let's look at this weekly. This is one of the most important fundamentals, technicals, of ICP. This is one of the very, very biggest indicators that I look for, whether we're going to be bullish or bearish or not. And we're not overbought anymore. We have a real potential to go up to extremely high levels. And it just is super bullish that we are down at 51 on the weekly with our average being 58. And the longer that we stay down at these lower levels, the more that this is going to come down. And even if we go up, this is still going to come down because we're not above it. It's not going to push up. So once this comes down and we meet this and we break out with volume, ICP is going to go on a tear. Guys, this is the biggest indicator. Let's make this bigger because I want you to understand the scope of how important this RSI is. If you watch my channel before, people made millions off of this RSI. When we were down here, I said, once we break above this RSI, we are going to turn extremely bullish. And we went from $4, $3.20, all the way up to $21, 7x. Now we're in for some crazy stuff again once this comes down and we break through this average volume for the last 14 weeks. Then it's time to start going again. So very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, now let's go and see what you guys are doing. You can use Plug Wallet. We are listed on Plug Wallet. Oh, Glenn has a million ghosts. We are also, you can't see them in Stoic Wallet, but you can connect them to ICPSWAP, or you could use ICPSWAP wallet. You could really use any wallet. You just have to add the canister ID, but on Plug Wallet, you don't have to add anything. Just look it up. Windoge. I hope it dips. He says mini Wyckoff. Okay. We're not going to be doing any more pools together. There's an arbitrage bot that kind of slams us. Mini Wyckoff. Smart Elijah. We could definitely see a massive move to the upside. The name is Renegade token, Renegade. And you can get it on ICPSWAP. We also have an NFT and a video game, GTR demo. You can check out Bitcoin Renegade on Twitter, which the E in Renegade, the first E right here, has a 3. So actually, I'll just put it right here. Bitcoin Renegade. And that's our Twitter handle. And you can find all the information for our token over there. All right, guys, that being said, goodbye and good ICP.